Dear student, at Grow Movement, we are very excited to have you and look forward to working with you on this program. Firstly, I would like to thank everyone who is participating on this program. It's such a great opportunity, not only for your own learning and personal development, it's such a great opportunity for the people and the businesses participating that you are going to help. They are very excited and they would really use your help. They are committed and ready to put in time and resources to work with you, to listen to you, to have dialogues with you, to listen to your advice and recommendations and build on it. However, you have to be prepared and offer value to the people that you are going to work with and the businesses that you're going to help. So that's my challenge to you. Be prepared and think about what value you are bringing on board to the businesses that you are going to help. You are in a great position to action change and see things happen in a country that could use your help in developing in such a way. It can be exciting, it can be challenging at times. So be ready and prove yourself to be worthy to be listened to. Try not to think and approach this experience in isolation. Try to remember that everything you have done from your experience, from your university, from your professional and work experience can be very helpful. So adapt and use it relevantly. Try not to also take this experience as a typical normal university project. These are real people and real businesses that are at the forefront, waking up every morning, fighting some of the hardest challenges we have in our communities today, including the high unemployment rate, injustice, and climate changes that have hit our communities the hardest. So you are in a good position to action change and see things happen in a country that could use your help in developing in such a way. However, you have to be prepared and put yourself in a position that you can offer meaningful help and advice. I would also like to advise you to be actionable in all your sessions. Try to use and apply templates and models to help with your understanding of the businesses, understanding your strategies, to help you dig deeper, and to help you, most importantly, to deliver value to your entrepreneur. You can use different templates depending on, or models depending on what you're working for. However, for example, you could use the 3 C's model, which is the company, the customer, and competition. Try to understand the products and service offerings your entrepreneur, your business is bringing on the market. What is their solution? How are their products and services used? What are the features, but also, what value and benefits do they deliver to the users, right? You have to think about, the competition as well. Who is the competition and why is it a competition? You have to think about who the customer is. What is the customer looking for and why is that important? When you understand the business pretty well, you will understand the questions to ask. You will understand the answers you're looking for. You will have a meaningful conversation with your entrepreneur. And it will allow you not to take everything at face value from your entrepreneur. You have to do your research. Yes, through probably asking great questions from your entrepreneur. There are other strategies, however, you have to know what you are looking for and why does it matter and how does it add value to your entrepreneur and the business. If you have to take away 1 to 2 things from my presentation to you today, take everything. But if you really have to, that could be, you have to remember to be empathetic and humble consultants. And how do you apply that in this context? It really goes back to how you communicate with your entrepreneur and your teammates, how you handle challenges on the program, and the ambiguity. I would want you to also be flexible when you are working as a team and also when you are working with your entrepreneur. Flexible as in you might face a few challenges. So for example, while internet in East Africa has greatly developed, honestly, in most cases, it's very stable and quick. However, at times you might find it a challenge. For example, if the weather is bad for the entrepreneur, the internet might be a challenge during the session, or when there is power cut off. Suddenly the power goes and then the entrepreneur loses connection, right? You just have to, be very very swift in dealing with challenges rather than complaining and giving up. You have to be very structured in the way you deliver your sessions and the way you communicate. Just because you want to communicate in a certain way, it doesn't mean other people want to communicate the same way you communicate. So you have to adapt and you have to be very structured. So for example, try to agree with your entrepreneur on the regular session, on the specific time and date. And Grow Movement, I want to know the time you have agreed on with your entrepreneur, and I will have it in my calendar. That's because we want to keep you on track, to keep the entrepreneur on track, but also one of us, either myself, Evelyn, or Pascal, will be attending all your sessions to give you the extra support that you might need. But we really enjoy listening into the sessions as well. Try to ascend an agenda prior to the meeting. So the entrepreneur and Grow Movement should know what are you gonna work on and why for the session. So not just jumping on the call and then talk and then ask like random questions. Have an agenda and explain why that's important. Also be sure to send follow-up notes after the meeting to the entrepreneur and copy in Grow Movement. Copy in Grow Movement with all your communication as much as you can. Add us on your WhatsApp groups as well. I cannot stress enough how useful we can be for you to solve some challenges, but also to help you a bit with market data and understanding the context where you're working from. I would want you to also to avoid asking too many overwhelming questions to the entrepreneur in one single session. You might have so many questions to ask and a lot of data to put together. Try to divide that into manageable chunks for your entrepreneur and yourself. So adapt your speed. I'm not saying you shouldn't deliver on the assignments you have been given, but be smart when you are asking and collecting data from your entrepreneurs. Avoid being data collectors as well. Another strategy you could use when you have quite many questions for your entrepreneurs to ask, you can ask some of those on the WhatsApp group between sessions, but you could also email set of questions in a document like a Google document or an attachment to the entrepreneur, so they can also have a chance to think through and respond to some of those questions in writing, or be able to share and prepare some documents that can help you with what you're asking for. But honestly and seriously, avoid being data collectors. Some students come on the sessions and have, like, I don't know, 50 questions to ask, and they just go through that question by question, grilling the entrepreneur to answer those questions. It can be boring, it can be overwhelming, and the entrepreneur might not see value in just, you asking questions. But of course, you have to explain, and you have to negotiate your way in sometimes when you're asking too many questions, and show how it's going to help your entrepreneur. Do your own research. We have given you a lot of information about the entrepreneur, and we will provide you more depending on what you want. And the entrepreneur will answer questions, they'll point you to resources, but you do your own research as well. Do desktop research, and I'm pretty sure the university is teaching you on how to do research. But remember what I said, do not take this experience in isolation. Apply your experience from your previous jobs and your day-to-day work. I want you to also adapt the speed of your language, depending, not to finger point anyone, but Africans, we find British and Americans very, they speak very quickly, and sometimes it might be hard to really catch up, right? So adapt your speed and language, but also understand that the entrepreneurs, although the program is in English and they understand English, it's not their first language. They probably speak 10 languages and more, and how they explain theories and concepts, it might not be the same. They are the way they are written, or the way you understand them from the business textbooks. So be prepared to adapt and learn. Well, that's it from me for now. I do hope that a few tips that I've shared with you in this video will help you to deliver meaningful and successful projects on this program. My team and I are super excited to meet you, so please do email me so we can set up a call to learn more about you, and also discuss how we can help you. We also have so much information about the businesses you are going to help. We have a lot of understanding and knowledge about the market where your entrepreneurs are working from. So again, please do contact us. We'll be happy to speak to you. Well, asante. Asante, it means thank you in Swahili. I know some of your entrepreneurs are coming from Tanzania, so you can say asante to say thank you. For those that have entrepreneurs coming from Rwanda, you can say murakoze, murakoze, which means thank you. And then in Uganda, we have over 50 languages. But I know the entrepreneur on this program in Uganda is coming from the Central, so you can say webalinyo. So well, that's it. I'm super excited and looking forward to seeing you in London in October. Thank you.